How's it going, guys? Apex here, and today I got you a breakdown of the reveal stream, the second reveal stream for Curse of Osiris. Bungie had that earlier on the day, and so we're going to jump straight into it. Now what you're seeing on the screen right now is the new forged weapon endgame. They did say it was endgame content, so it will be forging weapons, and it will be basically their own little quest lines to get these weapons. Fairly simple quest lines by the looks of it and from what we know so far. But what you're going to do is you're going to complete a certain thing, or it's just given to you. We don't really know quite yet, but it's going to be called Lost Prophecies. It's going to be 1 through 11. There are 11 new of those Vex weapons that you see. It's our technology mixed with Vex technology. That is the lore behind it. As you can see on stream, they had 3, 4, and 10. Number 3 we know is the Jack Queen King 3 hand cannon. So he's going to go ahead and pick this up right now, and here in a second you'll see exactly what you got to do for it. So it says that it needs a couple of materials to complete this weapon, to go forge it. So concentrated radiolorian culture, advanced paradox amplifier, and you acquire these by going and doing strikes, crucible matches, I believe public events as well, and heroic lost sectors on Mercury. I believe those are all the ways that you can actually get this and obtain those items to forge it. So unlike Destiny 1, when they had the exotic sword grind, the notorious exotic sword grind where you had to go to each planet for each sword and just sit there and farm materials for hours on end, they decided to streamline this a little bit. Exactly what they've done with the rest of Destiny 2, really. There is no grind, and by the looks of it, they're looking to implement a little bit of grind here. So as you can see, a rare item acquired by completing strikes, crucible matches, and heroic adventures on Mercury. So my hopes for this, with the forging weapons and getting these specific weapons, I do hope it's a little bit of a grind. I hope that we are only seeing the tail end of this quest to get the weapon. I hope that before Brother Vance gives you 3 options, you have to maybe complete a milestone, you maybe have to go do a heroic adventure or something of that nature. That would be really nice to see, because from what I'm seeing right now, you get it from public event chests and, you know, what I've been saying, the strikes and crucible matches. So I'm wondering if it's a guaranteed drop, or if you actually have to, you know, kind of grind it. Maybe it'll take 10 crucible matches for one of these. The maximum you can hold is 3, so I'd say that is not impossible. I wouldn't be surprised if they did add a grind by making it repetitive and making you do X amount of things to get something, or RNG based even. So as you can see, he turned in his materials to his prophecy, and now he's going to turn it into Brother Vance to transmute the tablet. And once he's done with that, he actually heads straight on over to the forge, which is where you saw at the very beginning of this video, and he's gonna forge this weapon, and lo and behold, a weapon will pop out of this pack-a-punch like machine. And the weapon that comes out of it is actually the energy hand cannon. So it's the sister to the kinetic hand cannon we've been seeing in the streams previous to this. The perks on it I will go into more in depth later on in this video, or maybe a next video that I will be uploading either tonight or tomorrow. But we do know this is the Jack Queen King 3. Then now later on in the stream, we see that they actually go and explore the Infinite Forest a little bit more in depth than what they showed us in the last stream. The last stream was a lot of story based talk and conversation. This stream was more, you know, it's new ways to play. That is what the stream was titled. It's there showing us some of the activities. They showed us the public event at the very beginning of the stream. The public event actually looks really nice. I have a separate video on that right now. So feel free to go check out my channel and look at that video if you are interested in seeing the public event. I did see, I believe it was Astercross, he uploaded a video on how to trigger that public event to be heroic. So go check that out if you're interested in seeing how you make that public event heroic. Right here, they are in the Infinite Forest. As you can see, there are actually Hive here. So not only are we going to be facing the Cabal and the Vex on Mercury like we first knew, we are actually also going to be facing the Hive and the Fallen as well. So all 4 of the enemy races will be in Mercury in this expansion. And basically the way that they said it, the way that they told the story here, and the way it fits into the lore is that the Vex are running so many simulations with so many different enemy races so that they can pick the version of the story that the Vex would like to see in their future. As you know, the Vex control the future. They can control their own future. They can see their own future. So these are all simulations with all 4 different enemies in them, or all other 3 enemy types, I guess, in them. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. I think that was a good way to tie it into the lore, as well as have, I believe this might even be the very first planet that features all 4 races. I could be wrong, but it seems really sweet to me and I like it. And then this next part right here is just a continuation of what you just saw in that last little clip. We were just in the Infinite Forest. We were fighting the Hive. We're doing an adventure called the Up and Up. We were fighting Hive in there, and now we're moving on further down into the adventure. And if you remember from the first stream, they talked about the 3 pillars: the dark future, the present, and the past. So right now I believe they went into the future, which is the dark future. And you're getting the first look of the Dark Mercury. This is where they showed the concept art with nothing but thousands of Vex eyes as far as you can see. This is that future right here in game. This is the gameplay on it, and as you can tell, they are actually fighting the Fallen here. So as I was saying earlier, there are all 4 enemy races on Mercury, at least in the Infinite Forest. I wouldn't expect to see Fallen or the Hive where the public event took place, unless there might be some kind of story or another adventure that, you know, you might see them up there. I highly doubt it. And now finally they're done with the adventure. They're about to collect their loot, and something really interesting happens right after they do this. Right there you'll see the milestone updated, and it says the runner. Complete the adventure, the runner. That is very interesting. It's something that we should keep our eye on. That's it for this video. I'll be uploading a video on the weapons here soon. Please stay tuned.
Jesus Christ is my nigga.